So this is just off the main road, a good place to park your car. There's loads of places along here, as you can see. I'll leave the map reference at the bottom so you'll notice it. And Belas Knap, you have to walk up Quarantine Lane. Let's go. Cotswold Way. This must be the route from Winchcombe to Cleve Hill. And obviously this is the route that we want to take. This is our first view of Cleve Hill. It's where we'll be walking up to today, and then back to the car or into Winchcombe and catch the bus. The Cotswold Way leaves the small lane, Quarantine Lane, and goes up past the cricket pitch here in Winchcombe. But I've spotted over here a World War II pillbox, so perhaps we might go and explore that. Here we are at the pillbox, obviously Second World War, so it would have been built 1940 to 1941. Pretty thick walls. Well, we'll have a look inside. Oops, we have a tree stump there, so we come through here. Pretty dark. There's the view out, obviously up the valley. There we go. At last, no more road walking. Time to leave the road, go through the kissing gate and then walk up the field. So the path takes us up there to the woods. But from this spot we also get a good view of Cleve Hill. There's Winchcombe in the valley and the field that we've just walked up. We've just come through the gate and just about to walk down this track. Then we walk along this path which keeps us off Quarantine Lane. We leave the parking area and walk up these woods. And then up this sunken track up to the gate at the top. This looks like some instructions where we need to go to get to Belas Knap. Right, let's go. This is an interesting sign. The yellow arrow used to show where the path went. It was easy for the farmers to paint this arrow on their posts. The dot next to it signifies that the path is a national trail. Below there's the modern sign. This is our first look at Belas Knap. We need to cross the wall which rings the burial site. Let's take a look at the notice board, then a quick look round. The view from here is wonderful. You can see a long way. There's Cleve Hill over there, with its 3 masts on top. It's the highest point in the Cotswold Hill range and in Gloucestershire at 1,083 feet, 330 metres. We will be walking along the hedge line. So that's where we've walked from, Belas Knap, down the field, to the field on the Cotswold Way. We've now entered the lane. Just love walking along this lane, it's so nice. here we go. I'll show you where we're going, and then we're going to walk down here to Wantley Farm and then on to Cleve Hill. Just walking down this lane, and I see that they've been doing some hedge laying here. Not too bad a job. So they put in upright stakes, as you can see. Then they cut down the long branches and lie them down. Then they tie them all in at the top. You see the weaving along the top. Really nice to see. Come on then, let's walk along this track. These bushes here are absolutely covered in berries. And they often say that if there's lots of berries, it's going to be a hard winter. But is it really going to be a hard winter, or was it really a good spring? And that's why the berries are formed. We'll find out. If you are walking the Cotswold Way, you turn right here and go down there towards the woods. It's a nice walk through the woods to Postslip Hall, but we are going to take the old Cotswold Way route towards Wantley Farm. Still walking along the lane, but starting to get closer to Cleve Hill. You can just see the three masts over there. This is Wantley Farm. It's a lovely spot, but quite remote. It must have been hard living here. And the route we're going to take is up there, up the track. Cleve Hill sits on Cleve Common, which is managed. Part of that management is to allow cattle to graze on it. We have just come onto Cleve Common. There's Winchcombe in the valley. We walked up behind the woods to Belas Knap. Which is in the corner of the field. Then we walked along the lanes, the tracks, up onto Cleve Common. As I said, the common is managed, and here comes the ranger in his pickup. This is the dew pond on Cleve Hill. It's quite a sizable one. It's fenced off, but there is an opening to allow the cattle to drink from it. It's a great place for people to walk their dogs, fly kites, or have a picnic in the summer. There are the three masts that you saw earlier. This is the only tree on Cleve Common. But we are going to walk along the track that those two people are walking on. The track will be followed to the skyline. Then we turn right and walk along the ridge, then down into Winchcombe. Let's go. There's the ranger in his pickup. After he went past, he stopped. So I went over and asked him about the cattle. There's 25 belted Galloway cattle that graze the common. In the summer they're allowed to wander wherever they want, but in the winter they're fenced off in that paddock. The cattle are not for meat, they're just there for grazing the common until they pass away. Not all of the cattle were in the paddock, so he's looking around. That's why he's on the common over there. This is the point where we leave the track and follow the grass path off Cleve Common. This path runs along the side of Cleve Hill Golf Course, so we need to look out for golf balls coming our way. There's the path and Winchcombe in the valley. So one last look at Cleve Common. It's quite an expanse. Oh, it's nice and still walking down the lane. It was very windy up there. It's quite chilling. Perhaps you can just hear the wind in the trees. So I'll walk down this lane. Looks like the road's there. You just see the car headlights through the hedge. I've just made the road, so it'll just be a case of wandering down the road to the start. Just noticed that there's a sign here that says Belas Knap, 1.5 miles, which was similar to the sign that we saw when we started out. So I think it's just down this lane and we're almost there. There's the view, the sign from the other side that we saw when we started out. I hope you have enjoyed the video of the trip to Belas Knap and Cleeve Common. If you have, why not subscribe and receive a notification that a new video has been published. The GPX route for this walk is available on ViewRanger. Just follow the link at the top right hand corner of the channel, and I'll see you soon.